Hello Year 2, welcome to Thursday's video for writing. So we are going to carry on with the planning that you started yesterday. So your very first task is to have your adults read your plan out loud to you. And I would like you to pretend that you are the audience, you are the person listening to it for the very first time. Have a think about, how does your plan make you feel? Does this tell you what is needed to become an explorer? How? Are you interested to find out more? And would you like to sign up, and why? So have a think about this and put me on pause whilst you're doing this task. Okay, well done for doing that. It's really important that sometimes when we're writing that we pause what we are doing, assess and have a think about how we feel that everything is going, so to see if there are any opportunities to improve. So next up, we are going to do a shared write. I've got a sentence below. I would like you to improve, up level this sentence. Can you make it more interesting or persuasive? So here from my research, I understood that for clothing, an explorer needed a coat. And I have put this into a sentence. You will need a warm coat. And I have got the adjective, the describing word coat, which describes our noun, our thing, the coat. But I think you can make this far more interesting and persuasive. So pop me on pause and see how you would do this. Right, well done for doing that. There are so many different ways that we could do this. So just one example could be this. Clothing. Bring a coat made of soft, warm reindeer fur to shelter you from the cold. So here we can see I've got that bossy verb, that imperative. Our bossy verb tells our reader what to do. So it's an action, bring. A coat made of soft, warm reindeer fur. Now you might have spotted it. I've got my expanded noun phrase again. I've got my adjective, adjective, noun. I've got my describing word, and my thing, personal place. And I've even extended my sentence and said that the coat is to shelter you from the cold. So I'm sure that you've also got some really good ideas. So make sure you send those in to us. So just take a moment to remember your audience. Remember, your poster will inform, it's going to tell others about how to become a polar explorer. Now, it needs to also be persuasive. You've got to convince your audience to sign up and become an explorer. So let's revisit some of the language features that we looked at yesterday. And there were lots of different features. Remember, we've got our exclamation marks for emphasis. I've got that expanded noun phrase here at the top for added description. I've used capital letters, and I hope that my title was really catchy and stands out. I've used a rhetorical question. Remember, that was a new feature, a question that doesn't necessarily need an answer. Sounds like quite a funny thing to say. So, do you have what it takes to reach the South Pole? I'm not asking for an answer, because if you carry on reading, it's as if you've answered it yourself. And if you haven't, we understand that you don't think you have what it takes. We've got ellipsis here. We've got our 3 dots, dot, dot, dot for suspense. And the imperative verbs that we just looked at together, it's our bossy verb. We're telling our reader what to do, and they're going to perform an action because it's a verb. We've got our personal pronoun you, so we are directly involving the reader as if we were speaking straight to them. We've got a range of sentence starters and conjunctions to extend our sentences. It allows us to add even more detail. So over to you. I'd like you to continue with your plan. So you've already got your strips of paper with your different sentences on. Just like the example here, you will need a warm coat. I'd like you to up level. You're going to improve your sentences. So this doesn't need to be a perfectly neat example of a plan, because it's still part of your plan. It's not going on your poster just yet. You can do it on new strips if you like, or you can simply put a neat line through certain parts of the sentence as you improve it. Up level, improve your sentences. Are you able to add any of the language features that we have identified together? So remember, the example here was bring a coat made of soft, warm reindeer fur to shelter you from the cold. And these are the features we've just looked at together. Are you able to improve, up level the sentences you've already formed? See if you can add in an exclamation mark. Are you willing to try a rhetorical question? Maybe your adults at home could support you with this. Have you added in some description? Have you used some adjectives? If you have, is there an opportunity to add in a second adjective with a comma to create an expanded noun phrase? Have you used any ellipsis? Are you willing to give imperative, bossy verbs a try? You don't need to include all of this, it's a very long list, but it would be really great to see some of these persuasive features. So look at your sentences, see if you can up level them. Once you've done this, you could start planning a catchy title. And then next week, all of the research and planning that you've put together is going to work towards making your poster. So we're still in the early stages here. Don't forget to send everything over to us via the Year 2 email address. We can't wait to see everything you've done. And I will see you in the next video.